차가운.
Tells me the root had a final P. 차갑다, which means be cold, and the adjectival form just cold. 아이스크림, 아이스크림. 차가운 아이스크림.
차가운 아이스크림.
Ice-cream. Okay, it seems extra long there. Which is cool.
그는 아주 뜨거운 커피를 마셔요.
그는 아주 뜨거운 커피를 마셔요. 그는 he topic 아주 뜨거운 very hot 커피를 coffee object 마셔요 he drinks very hot coffee.
뜨거운 차. 뜨거운 차.
뜨거운 차.
뜨거운 차.
hot tea. 뜨거운 is what I hear. So DDEU 뜨거운. 뜨거운 meaning hot. 차 for tea. Aspirate. 뜨거운 차.
뜨거운 차. 뜨거운 차가 차가운 차보다 싸요.
Nice. 차보다 싸요 is cheaper than. The 보다 meaning than here. 차보다. 뜨거운 차가 subject. Hot tea. 차가운 차보다. Compared to cold tea, 싸요 is cheap. So the subject one, hot tea, the topic marked one is the English subject, the hot tea, or generally without the article. And the verb is basically to be cheap, and here with that comparison shown by 보다, we will put cheaper than. There's nothing on the verb. My point is there's nothing on the verb itself in Korean, or the verb, the verb is the, so to speak, adjective, so-called stative verb. Doesn't mark comparative on the verb itself. Okay, we need a verb also. Is cheaper than cold tea.
바쁜 사람은 안 게을러요.
바쁜 사람은, the busy person, busy people, 안 게을러요.
게을러요.
Not lazy. Oh.
안.
With the an.
게을러요.
Seems not. Are not lazy. Busy people are not lazy. And that is the the modifying a noun form, adnominal. 바쁜 with the n suffix. And 사람, person, marked as a topic. Topic is not just 사람, but the 바쁜 is there too, in the subject. Two word. Busy people. And then be lazy is the meaning of this verb stem here. It's negated. Are not lazy. Or singular, it's not specified for number in the original.
영화가 별로 재미없습니다.
영화가 별로 재미없습니다. Interest was absent. 별로, especially. The movie was either especially boring or not especially interesting. Let's say it was especially boring, such that this 재미, interestingness, was not there. Is not very interesting. 영화가 EO, two letters, but it's a single vowel sound. An open O. 영화가. 영화 is a compound from Chinese, and it's got a subject marker there. Movie subject. 별로, especially. Especially 별로 with the fused instrumental ending on there. The 별 is from Chinese, so for single SK words I'm going to use caps. 별, and then a particle 로. 별로 재미 is SK or made of SK parts. Or it's like one with special sound development. 재미. Seems. Let's find out. Is that a straightforward 싱 wei? Xing or xing? 재미. Well, that wouldn't give 재. Chami. Nativization of chami. Of the Sino-Korean term. Oh, that red tells me not to go there. But is this authentic Chinese? Yes. 滋味. What is this? 滋, excite, nourish. Grow, multiply, cause, increase. Taste. A new one for me. 滋, first tone, coming from 仄 through zi to 滋, abundant. Alright, for this 재미. Oh, so this is a compound verb written as a single word. The 재미 part is the interest, and the 없다 root means be absent, not be there. Interest was not there. Spelled with basa complex coda, and the next one begins with so. Question on how to, is this a tense S sound? Should we use a double letter? 없습니다. Make a note of that. Sound consonant. And because you have an S following an S, you could get, and it might already have a tense quality due to there being a cluster. So maybe a distinction without a difference. But right here, 없습니다. So the ending begins with this S. 씀. We're going to use M, but the script puts a B or P symbol there. 니다. 재미없습니다 is the verb, especially interest. So this compound, something like interest lack, gets the idea across. And then a grammatical ending, which is honorific, I would say.
뚱뚱한 말이 날씬한 돼지보다 빨라요.
I'm forgetting the naming system for the politeness marking and even what they basically did. I think this shows respect to addressee rather than subject honorific. 뚱뚱한, 뚱뚱한. Double tense there, song letters.
뚱뚱한.
말이, horse, subject. 한, because it's a stative verb meaning a verb root, takes the light verb 하다. 날씬, okay, derived from a verb root. This one is
날씬한.
skinny. skinny 돼지보다, compared to the pig, the skinny one. 빨라요 is faster. So the fat horse is faster than, 빨라요 just is fast. 돼지보다, than a pig. A skinny pig.
제가 그리 예뻐요.
제가 그리 예뻐요. What's this ending? 리 here.
제가
Subject I.
그리.
That or so. Adverbial. Okay, maybe it's he or something. 그리.
예뻐요.
Oh yeah, 예뻐요. Very distinctive with the line.
예뻐요.
Oh, looks like a piano keyboard.
예뻐요.
Squint at it. 제가 그리. I am that pretty. I am so much.
그리.
Am I so pretty? pretty, thusly. Yeah. Am I that pretty? Am I so pretty?
운동하는 남자는 물이 거의 없어요.
I was thinking about that. Yep. Have a sort of negative. Let's do it up here on the screen. So the ye syllable of Korean starts with the 0 initial. The double short stem means a y is there. All basic vowel followed by e gives ye into a ye. Ye. Is that the syllable we want though? Yep, but yeah. And this area is got an E shape going on with just the boundaries indicated. 운동하는. So since this is an action verb, to do sports, do exercise, the nun form is called for. Instead of just han, we get a single suffix that takes up the whole syllable. Nun, beginning and ending with na. 남자는, so double nun, but they're different functions. This one is showing
운동하는.
the verb root acting as a nominal modifier, present tense, synchronous with speech event. The
남자는.
man who does sports. The sports doing man. 물이 거의 없어요. Almost has none. Has no 물이. Almost out of water. The man doing sports. Let's word back it. Exercising man has almost no water. So the 물, subject, water. Man is marked as a topic with nun. Oh yeah, the different ones. Nun is modifying the noun from a verb root, 하는, and this nun is a topic marker, embracing at the end of this whole first phrase. As
물이.
for the exercising man,
남자는.
subject, 거의 is almost, 없어요 is not there.
개가 별로 없습니다.
개가, dogs, subject. 별로, not at all, are there. There are no dogs at all. Not many. Okay. 별로 없다. There are not many. Good. Apples, cream dogs.
차가운 공.
차가운, that cold, add nominal, meaning it modifies a noun. Let's collect a few of those. There's a really cool pattern or two going on. 차가운. I'm not segmented too much yet. 차가운. So let's show syllable boundaries. Not gaun. 차가운 means cold. Be cold. Yeah, being cold. So this one's cold. And the root is 차갑다. The da is the suffix. We're going to capitalize that. 차가운.
차가운 공.
Cold ball. Cold ball. Native Korean, I think.
사과가 별로 없습니다.
사과가 별로 없습니다. There's not many 사과 apples. Not many apples. Especially 없습니다 are not there.
없습니다.
Very cool. And not especially absent.
싼 음식은 비싼 음식보다 뜨겁습니다.
Oops, careful with your cursor.
싼 음식은 비싼 음식보다 뜨겁습니다.
보다 for comparative, 뜨겁습니다 is hot. But one thing is hotter than another. 싼, see with the tense onset.
싼 음식은 비싼 음식보다 뜨겁습니다.
뜨겁습니다. 싼 음식은
싼 음식은 비싼 음식보다 뜨겁습니다.
비싼 음식보다 뜨겁습니다. Alright, so the cheap food is hotter than cheap good. Cheap food is hotter than cold than 비싼 expensive food and good food. When we need a more, it's hotter than expensive. Yeah, there's our more expressed on with it. An expensive food, is that right? The comparison marked with 보다, and that is 비싼 음식 means expensive.
영화가 별로 재미없습니다.
영화가 별로 재미없습니다. The movie is not especially interesting. Not very interesting. With the 재미 of interest. So the verb phrase beginning with 별로, 재미없습니다, the end of the verb phrase. And of course, 영화가 is a noun phrase. Movie subject, especially interest lacking, was. 재미없습니다 is present there. Welcome back to Language Institute. I'm your VerbAlly. We're going to be doing some Korean on this stream, and maybe something else here and there. If you're new to Lango, we teach English, Korean, Spanish, Chinese, French, German, Japanese, Portuguese, Italian, and we're in Dallas, Texas. And our website looks like this. You can find our new books. LanguagInstitute.com. These are specially designed notebooks tailored to specific languages. Chinese, Korean, Japanese are available. Spanish, and we're working on a Portuguese one. Find them here on Amazon. And I am here. This project, the purpose is to learn everything that Duolingo teaches. We've started them all now. I've even started the English course at someone's request. So we're doing 40 languages.
아이에게 공 한 개를 주십시오.
공 한 개를. 공하다. Not sure which 공. Like fear maybe? 개를 dog object. 주십시오. Please give. Let's give the dog. Dog which is doing 공. 아이에게. To the child. Give. Oh, 공. 한. Oh, the numeral 한 개. Okay, that's the numeral one, hana, and when there's a unit word, such as 개, it's not the dog, it's one individual. The hana loses its final segment.
한 개를.
한 개. Okay?
아이에게 공 한 개를 주십시오.
한 개를. So written as two words here, but syntactically united as a numeral phrase. 주십시오, give. To whom? Oh, it's to children. Give the child. 아이에게, a nice sequence of vowels. 아이 child. Only
아이에게 공 한 개를 주십시오.
The suffix begins with 에게, also vowel initial. Give the child 한 개를, one. 공, ball. Ball is the object, and that is in the 를 phrase, separated from the 를. The quantification, one unit, one individual, comes after the noun, but before the. This is unlike Japanese. It's still within the accusative phrase. Whereas in Japanese, the numeral phrase wants to be closer to the verb, outside of that object, and P. Give the child one ball.
두 아파트.
So that one ball. And for comparison, well, it's not really there. The equivalent sentence there in Japanese. Japanese has overall extremely similar word order to Korean, but most of the words are not connected, unless they're both loans. There's very little that you can compare in terms of actual morphemes, but it's an interesting and intriguing set. Maybe someday we should do a stream on that topic. Here, for to the child, kodomo ni. Kodomo, child, little friend, and it gets an enclitic ni for an indirect object. Boru for a ball, and then a wo particle accusative. Agete kudasai. Ageru, whatever mood you want. To give outward, to outward and upward. Ageru. Kodomo ni 모두 아게르. Transitive form. Oh, that's the wrong boundary there. 아게르. Oh, so it's about the numerals. That's the important part. I'm going to use curly braces for the numeral phrase. So for one of them, the term is hitotsu. It was 한개를. 한개를. 아이, child. 에게, particle. 공. The noun phrase looks like this, I think. Then the numeral han, that's united with ge, the all-purpose individual one. And then rul, our particle. To make the point clear, it's not that the hange is accusative, it's this whole phrase, 공한ge. In the accusative case, Japanese wo is a line, except for hitotsu. Okay, for ball it would be hitotsu. Hanke, I'm going to use that for the numeral. So it's just about whether the curly brace, this is an important but subtle distinction, I think, whether the numeral part is within the noun phrase or outside of it. Japanese wants it outside. If you're going to put it in, it's going to be hitotsu no with a little add nominal modifier. So the Korean equivalents for comparison, the meaning is child dated to, like child to them, ball it, object here, marker. Oh, in Korean it's object marker there, in Japanese ball, object marker here. And it was 주십시오 in this case. The ending, well, worth holding on to. So the ending begins with this S, ship, she, ho. Deferential request. Two two apartments. So that's, oh, maybe it's apartment two. Two apartment buildings.
아파트.
Okay. All right. That's interesting that you have this loan noun from an English word, likely, occur with that loan word occurring as its own unit, as its own classifier.
남자가 케이크 2개를 먹어요.
남자가 케이크 2개를, two chunks of it, 먹어요, eats. Man, subject, cake, 2 pieces, object. Man eats 2 cakes. Not 2 pieces, yeah, that's wrong. 2 whole ones. 2 K, individual ones.
그는 선물 5개를 보냅니다.
그는 선물 5개를 보냅니다. Okay, key topic. 선물 gift 5 counter. 5 individual gift object. 보냅니다, he sends. He sends 5 gifts.
사과 3개와 귤 4개.
사과 3개. 3 of them. 3 apples. 귤 4개. And 4 was there. Meaning and. 귤 4개. What do you want for 귤? Tangerines.
귤.
Satsuma. Don't know that is a noun. It's a Japanese place name. Satsuma. Let's find it. Place name in Kyushu, Satsuma. From where it was first exported, and that's a kind of mandarin orange of Japanese origin. Particular cultivar, I like that word, cultivar. Satsuma. Do we have accent information? No. Okay. 사과 3개와 귤 4개. Repeated structure.
저에게 사과 5개와 오렌지 3개가 있습니다. 저에게 사과 5개와 오렌지 3개가 있습니다. 저에게 사과 5개와 오렌지 3개가 있습니다.
저에게, where's that?
저에게 사과 5개와 오렌지 3개가 있습니다. 사과,
5개.
5,
와. 개와. It's not really a phrase,
개화.
but the wa meaning and gets written on to the preceding word, not as its own thing.
저에게 사과 5개와 오렌지 3개가 있습니다.
So, 오렌지.
오렌지.
Nice.
저에게 사과 5개와 오렌지 3개가 있습니다. 3개가
있습니다.
있습니다.
So, units 5 of them, 5 apples to me, and oranges 4. So, 3. There are. I have 5 apples, 3 oranges.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 1, 2, 3, 4.
다섯, 넷, 셋, 둘, 하나.
다섯, 넷 is 4. 셋, 3, 둘, 2, 하나, 1, 하나. Let's just, for those of you who are new to Hanja, trying to learn them, here's a great resource. Canjie input, spelled like this. As you start learning characters, this is a fun way to look them up and retrieve them electronically. Here's how the numerals go. I'm just going to call out the keys as I type them. M is your 1 stroke, so that's 1. MM2. Oops. MM in a single character. MMM is 3. San. Sum. Making this harder than it needs to be. 1, 2, 3. WC for 4. MDM for 5. YC 6. JU for 1. It might seem random now. It's worth memorizing these really short chunks. But learning how to break characters down into the 25 keys is a really helpful system because you can find things without knowing how they're read. 8, 8. I should read these in Korean too because we're doing Korean. And the 9 one, KN. And then 10 is 1 key is the J. Oops. So these are the numerals 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in Mandarin. And in Korean, the standard readings are 1, 2. Oops. 1 for 1. 2 for 2. 3 for 3. 4 for 4. 5 for 5. 6 for 6. 7 for 7. 8 for 8. And 9, 10 for 9 and 10.
일곱,
That's the native one for 7.
한국에 공원 몇 개가 있습니까?
I think for a beginner or a learner of Korean at any level, it'd be good to memorize 7. Ilgop is the native Korean word for 7, and the Hanja is CHIL. Chil. Make this equation, associate these elements. I'm going to put it here, and this one is the Hanja. So to identify this character in the Korean tradition, we use the meaning first, or some little prompt, and the reading. This is called umhun, this sequence of things, and then we show somewhere near that we show what the character is. So it's like its meaning, and a gloss we call it, and a reading, the sound of it. 한국에 공원 몇 개가 있습니까? Question form exist. What number of 공원 parks 한국에 in Korea? How many? There's no topic named here. How many parks are there? But we're asking about the existence of a thing and a place, the quantity. How many parks are there in Korea?
몇 살이에요? 저는 7살이에요.
몇 살이에요? This is the copular verb. It gets written as a chunk with the complement. 살, years of age. 몇, how many. 이에요, is it. How many years are you? How old are you? I am 7. 몇 살이에요? How old are you? 저는 I. 7살이에요. Age of 7 am. 7 years old. Come on. Killing me.
우리에게는 7살이에요.
우리에게는 7살이에요.
우리에게는 7살이에요.
우리 to us. 우리에게 7살. You might have seen it respelled the B into the P letter I put into a B. The Korean writing Hangul equates them. You can always predict the different sounds based on rules. 7살, that's a word boundary there, but then E-A-O, yeah, E-A-yo, copula here. Let's check that.
우리에게는 7살이에요.
So a sort of elaboration of it into a triphthong, yaw, there. 우리에게 7살이에요. Or dogs. 우리의 possessive dog. Okay, 는, I left out the 는. 7살이에요. That makes more sense with the 우리.
여섯,
여섯 is 6 in the native system.
6명이 그 책을 같이 읽어요.
여섯 명이 for counter for persons. 명 is okay. Let's keep a list of 한자어 single characters. 명 unit for people. And it is 이름 명 is how we know this 한자. 이름. This system breaks down into NI for the top, R. 명 like this. Now let's get the formula. 이름 명. 이름. Go to Korean. Weird. 이름 is the native word for name, and 명, that's how the hanja is read, also has that meaning. So we count people. One way to count is by the number of names. There were 7 names of people there. What's the example here? 여섯 명, 6 names. Subject. 그 책을, that book, 같이 읽어요. Reading that book together. 책을 같이. 6 people, that book together read. 6 people read that book together.
아홉,
아홉 is 9.
89이 아닙니다.
열은 아홉이 아닙니다. 아닙니다. This is a verb spelled not how you would expect, written as 아니, and then the ending 입니다. But when it's before it's fused, the parts here are an negative and copula e. Neg b. 아닙니다. 열은's fever.
열은,
10. 열은. Oh, that's the native number 10. 아홉이. 10 is not 9. So in this use of numbers, no what I call a unit word, no classifier or measure word occurs. It's not relevant. We're talking about the number as a concept. 10, abstractly, 10, topic. 9, subject, and then not be for the verb.
저는 8살입니다.
저는 8살입니다. I am 8 years old.
작은 여자아이 8명이 뛰어요.
작은 여자아이 8명이 뛰어요. 뛰어요.
뛰어요.
8명이. So 8 names of them. 작은 여자아이, girls, small girls, short girls. 명이 are running.
뛰어요.
여덟 is 8. 8 small girls are jumping.
19, 8, 7, 6.
Numerals, 10. 아홉, 9. 여덟 with the cluster code there. 8. 일곱, 7. 여섯, 6. 여섯.
사람 6명이 그 책을 같이 읽어요.
사람 6명이 with the assimilation 그 책을 같이 읽어요. So people, 6 of them, 6 people. 그 책을 that read that book together. 6명이.
몇 살이에요? 저는 7살이에요.
몇 살이에요? How old are you? I am 7 years old.
우리의 개는 7살이에요.
우리의 개는 sounds like 애기. That's not the chunk though. 우리의 specifically genitive marked, and then dog is the noun.
개는
topic.
우리의 개는 7살이에요.
우리의 개는
7
살이에요.
살이에요.
Oh, I need to keep an eye. So, sorry I didn't see that there. Especially boring. So boring, it's exciting again. Like. Sorry I didn't see you sooner. Howdy. My Korean's very hard to remember. I know the feeling. Yeah, right. There's each language kind of has its own small palette of sounds, and so that's one way they acquire a characteristic sort of flavor to them. Howdy, Calgary. Welcome back. So, right. How do you distinguish all the sort of like-sounding words? Well, one important thing is you've got to be clear what the different vowel colors are and how they're represented by the writing system. So especially the blends. Let's look at those. There's this, well, always better to start simple. There's the simple vowels ah, aw, oh, na, aw, ooh, and these might look like random symbols, but yeah, indeed, I'm always up and down for it. That's what I came to do. Let's just pause on these first 4. To get from one, so the circle means 0 initial. The rest of the character in each case is the vowel symbol. To get from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, from each to the next, you just do a simple graphic change. So from the ah one to aw, you rotate, you flip it over, and then you rotate 90 degrees from aw to o. And within the vocal space, these are neighbors. We're going from lowest ah up to the front e, bit by bit. Oo is the highest backest. Then we get we write eu with a single quality. Here we've lost that stem. And finally, e is the last simple symbol. Everything else is combinations of these. So we can have an e following, a written e vowel. And these are now fused to a. A-E is a. Oh yeah, learned I can. Pet. Nice. A and E together, we just type an E for it. A. These sounds are now overlapping for many speakers. O and E together gives, well, what comes out as way in the standard language. U and E give we. And these can combine and give you ui. So yi or ui gets it. And that's how the script breaks it down. Let's do with a wa in front. So we have wa. Here, wa, W-O, looks like this. Okay, to make it so we're not totally lost here. E-O for this single quality. Aw, maybe I'll skip that. A little awkward looking and frightening maybe. O is this one. Oo here. This is the one that English lacks, but then we end up on E, as in machine. So this one here, aw in the middle. O. That's not right. Aw, first two. O, E is the rainbow of the basic vowels. That spectrum sounds like that. We can't have W preceding O or U. Not allowed. W doesn't exist either, but we is there. W-I. Oops. Now we got uncaps. We is how we write the labialized equivalent of this one. There we go. A beautiful family of symbols. Remember that circle shape just means no. Yeah, this is Korean. Sorry, I wasn't making that clear. That's exactly right. They devised their own script 6 or so centuries ago. And it repays study because it teaches you about phonetics. It's designed with a high degree of phonetic precision and refinedness. And we'll see a lot of it when we do.
연필 한 자루는 얼마입니까?
So note we have the doubled shape here, and it's a heavy sounding consonant. Ga at the end.
연필 한 자루는 얼마입니까?
Ga. 연필 pencil 한
자루는 얼마입니까? 자루는
for long things. One long one, a pencil.
연필 자루는
올
얼마입니까?
be how much? How much is a long pencil? Okay, it doesn't mean long pencil. It's just that charu is the word you use when you're counting long things. It's good to know.
자루는
Charu. Was not familiar with this. Different types of things have different counters. A label I like myself is unit word. It combines with a numeral for counting. So this one, unit word, specifically for long thin. Let's get
자루는 한 자루는
just to
자루는
the font size. I can grab it. Charu. So is the vowel in the first one, the T shape, and then U is the capital T shape at the bottom. And those never change, right? It's the same shape. There's none of the weirdness of other writing systems. It's the same shape whenever it's that sound. 연필 한, how much is a pencil? That's all that's there.
여자는 33살입니다.
여자는, the woman. So 는, this third syllable, note it begins and ends with the same consonant, 는, and that's what's shaped like an L there in this script here. 는. We would type here N-E-U-N. And that gives 는, topic marker. 여자는, the woman. 30세. Okay, here comes the interesting stuff with numerals. No longer basic, a decade one. 30, decade 2. 셋. 세. 30세. So this
30세.
compound numeral. 살입니다. 살입니다 is years old. The woman is 33. Kids script. I suppose so. I won't complain of a script that it's too easy. The woman is, but I like the challenging stuff too. The woman is 33 years old. 30세. Change of the vowel. We can see a saw stem that's common to both words. Saw, and then 른, second syllable. Saw means 30. And set, S-E-S in the spelling, means 3. 서른. The double letters make the word spelled quite long, but it's just a short two-syllable word, 서른. And then 셋, spelled with the final S, means 3. Woman is 33 years old.
신명이 함께 와인을 마십니다.
쉰, that numeral 50, single syllable. 쉰명이 함께, together, 와인을, English word wine, 마십니다. They drink it. 쉰명이, 50 people, drink wine together.
나는 친구 40명이 있어요.
나는 topic, 친구, friend, 40, 명이, 명 for the counting of people, and 있어요, there are. 나는 친구, I have. So as for me, there are 40 friends. Means I have.
마흔, 쉰, 예순.
These beautiful decade words, 40 compared to net, 쉰 compared to 다섯, not a single sound in common, although they have S variants in them. 다섯 is the basic 5. And SWIN pronounced 쉰 means 50. So the S is common in a sense. It comes out differently. S here versus sh. 쉰 like this. Written with the same letter, representing the same underlying sound probably. 50 is the second one, 쉰, and then 예순 to 여섯. 예순 60.
학생 20명이 공부해요.
학생 20명이 20 of them, 20 students 공부해요. 20 students study.
돼지 50마리는 너무 비싸요.
50마리는, here the 마리 accounted for animals. 마리는 너무 비싸요, are very expensive. 50 pigs. 너무 비싸요, very expensive. Too expensive. You got it.
곰 1마리, 곰 2마리, 곰 3마리.
Counting balls. No.
곰 1마리, 곰 2마리, 곰 3마리.
Another 곰, but it's 곰 because what clues me into that is the counter mari for animals. So 곰 for the bear, and then different numbers of
곰 1마리, 곰 2마리, 곰 3마리.
한 마리 written apart, 마리, and then again 곰 the noun, 2마리, 2 means 2, 마리 the same counter.
곰 1마리, 곰 2마리, 곰 3마리.
3마리, 3 bears. 곰 3마리. 마리. 곰 1마리, 1 bear. 곰 2마리, 2 bears. 곰 3마리, 3 bears. As a story, it falls a bit flat, but instructive to look at how it's actually put together. Quite different in terms of just order from how we do it.
저는 29살입니다.
저는 스물아홉. See the full form of
29.
29, 스물아홉 살입니다. 스물아홉. That's 29. I'm 29 years old.
학생이 책 20권을 읽어요.
학생이 subject student 책 20권을 20 scrolls of book 읽어요. The student reads 20 books.
학생 20명이 연필 30자루를 삽니다.
자루 to counter for long and thin things. Okay. 자루, 서른 자루. 연필, pencils. 30, counter, pencils. 쌉니다, buys. 20명이 연필. 20, so 20, yeah, students. 20. 서른 자루. 서른 bought. Buy. 연필 서른 자루. 서른 자루. 서른 30. Buy 30 pencils. Ooh. A little taxing, remembering all these numbers. Good workout. 20 students buy 30 pencils. 학생, and there no marker. 스무 명이. Marker at the end after 명. For subject. 연필 서른 자루를. 30 counter of pencil.
이 아이는 책 38권을 써요.
아이는 책 38권을 사요. Okay, this sa is be cheap. 이 아이는, this child, 책 38권을
써요.
써요. Okay, wrong vowel there. Saw from what I first saw. It's correct there. 이 아이는, this child. 서른 is 30 books. Writes. 38. Oh yeah. 38.
우리는 개 한 마리만 있습니다.
And the one counter is this word. One. Will be FQ. S. You think? Yes. For a scroll, I believe this is. Let's check. Naver is a great source. One volume book copy, yeah. Book scroll. Kind of see it in it, I suppose. Any configuration of lines could look like it. Let's look at the old form of it. It's always fun. Of one. Glyph origin. Have it? No. Alas, none here. But if I said Jun, Gu, JR, 自行, JND, 行, MTHH, might find something good. Here we go. Jun, here's a, let's see, 说文, so 2,000-year-old form of this Jun character that we just saw in the chat. Jun. Here's the modern form. And the old form, not there. The old form. You can see the hands reaching up. Oh, and wrapping probably. Cool. 우리는, as for us, 개 한 마리, one dog, 한 마리만 있습니다. We only have but one dog. We have but one dog. We only have one dog.
호랑이 6마리.
호랑이 6마리. The quantity is 6. Counter 마리, we leave untranslated. The animal talked about is the tiger.
돼지 50마리는 너무 비싸요.
돼지 50마리는 50 pigs. 너무 비싸요. Are very cheap. Are too expensive. I was close.
돼지 50마리는 너무 비싸요.
Still confusing those words. 돼지 50마리는 50 pigs topic. 너무 are too much. 비싸요, too expensive. If you leave off the P, that one means the opposite. 사요. 쥐엔. So the one, you could do it with 2 inward strokes, 2 parallel. A down, S stroke there, and end it with this U stroke. It'll become F, K, S, U. No, not so much. It was FQ rather. Oh boy. So in the express mode on the green screen, the first and last, F to U. We have a max keystroke of 2 for each character. There it is. 卷, 권.
여든 마리의 오리가 농장에 삽니다.
여든, numeral, it means 여덟, yeah, 80 마리에, of 80 of them, 오리가, okay, pre-head noun, and it's 80 ducks, ducks of 80 counter,
농장에
농장, farm, at, 삽니다, they live, 80 ducks live on the farm.
카메라 2대는 안 비쌉니다.
카메라 2대는 counter for cameras. 대 안 비쌉니다. Are not expensive. 2 cameras. Suppose it's the 2 cameras. Not expensive.
딸기 90개는 어디에 있습니까?
like 아홉 is 9, so 90. 개는 90 딸기 strawberries. 어디에 있습니까? Where are 90 strawberries? 딸기 90개는 어디에 있습니까?
90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
90, 90, 80, 70, 60, 60, 50, 40, 30, okay, 30, and 20, 20, 10. Except for Schwin and Yol, 50 and 10, it's all 2 syllables.
70번째,
70번째. Ordinal. The 70th, whatever.
첫 번째 와인은 많이 답니다.
첫 번째, first wine은 wine. 많이 탑니다.
답니다.
The first wine is very sweet. 번째.
첫 번째 사람은 사과를 먹어요.
번째 사람은 the first person. 첫 번째
사람은 첫 번째 사람은 사과를 먹어요.
사과를
먹어요.
First person eats apples.
용 80마리,
용 80마리. 용 dragon 80, 80 of them. Good to know that we use 마리 still for dragons.
책 94권.
책 94권. So it's kind of cool that in a language like this, every noun needs classifier if it's countable. Even though the dragon is not a really existing thing in my ontology, the grammar still needs a category to sort it in. So it's with mighty. So Even non-existent things can have grammatical significance. Check ahunde. Is that the counter? Ahunde. Kwan. Check ahunne. That is.
아흔네,
4. Okay, of course. Ahun 90 and just ne combining form. 94 books.
자동차 한 대,
자동차 한 대. One car. Preposition. No such thing in Korean. Backpack. 백낭. How cool. 배낭.
배낭,
코끼리.
코끼리,
숲.
숲,
For the forest.
배낭,
I think 배낭 will be back bag. Okay, so in this system, LB and nang. Alright, we're already frozen. Let's get it this way. They're great input methods, but they freeze a lot. Bay for the back. Alright, prove me right, will you? Bay. There we go. Nang might exist here. There it is, backpack. So it would be JV in the green system. LBJ. LBJ. Nang, no, Bay Nang rather. Pay the back. Nang pocket or bag. Second tone, not a super common word. Nang nang. From Old Chinese nang with that grave initial. MC nang. Bag, sack, pouch, pocket, to bag, to cover, to wear, to put on. Surname also. The old shape of it. Yes, here is what this one used to look like. This kind of writing, super cool. Nang. Alright.
배낭이 책상 앞에 있어요.
In 배낭이, the backpack. 책상, desk, table. 앞에, front of. 있어요 is
앞에,
front of the table. The book, the backpack is front of the table. Front of the desk. You got it.
집 밖에 나무가 많아요.
집 밖에, outside of the house. 나무가, 나무, tree. 많아요. Our trees are many. Many trees. Could also just as well translate, trees are numerous outside the house.
제 배낭이 나무 옆에 있습니다.
제 배낭이, my backpack, 나무 앞, 옆에, 옆, 있습니다. is.
옆에,
beside. 나무 옆에, my backpack is beside the tree. And that's beside the point.
바쁜 학생이 학교 안에서 잡니다.
바쁜 학생이, busy student, 학교 안에서, in the school, 안에서, 잡니다, sleeps. Busy student sleeps at school, 안에서, sleeps in the school.
고양이가 상자 안에 있습니다.
고양이가 상자 안에, inside the box, 있습니다. Cat is in the box has a cat in it. Same thing.
상자 안에 배낭이 있고 배낭 밖에 상자가 있습니다. 상자 안에 배낭이 있고 배낭 밖에 상자 안에 배낭이
배낭이
있고 배낭 밖에 상자 안에 배낭이 있고
clause connect
배낭
배낭
밖에
밖에
상자가
상자가
있습니다.
interesting. Sounds like an 있습니다. 있습니다 makes sense. Be a T there as a stylistic variant maybe. So 상자 안에 in the box 배낭이 subject there is and 있고 배낭 backpack 밖에 outside 상자가 있습니다. There's a box outside the backpack. I love it.
걔는 아이 옆에 앉아요.
걔는 아이 옆에 앉아요. 걔는 dogs 아이 옆에 next to child 앉아요. sits. Dog sits next to the child.
밖은 추워요.
밖은 outside topic 추워요. That's kind of cool. Nominal use. Outside. It's cold.
호텔 앞에서 만납시다.
호텔 앞에서 만납시다.
만납시다.
Let's order it. So the she is honorific, showing respect. 만나. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's she is the suffix for this verb. Manna is the root. And then PS. So I guess it would have to be. The D voice is the P. Manap. She, rather. Manapshida. PSIDA, the ending. Manapshida. Let's meet. Out, ape, in front of the hotel. 호텔 앞에서 hotel. 만납시다.
상자 안에는 연필이 있습니다.
상자 안에는 inside the box 연필이 있습니다. There's a pencil.
공이 공원 밖에 있어요.
이 공원 밖에 있어요. A ball is outside the park.
배낭이 책상 앞에 있어요.
배낭이 책상 앞에 있어요. 앞에, front of.
앞에
배낭이 the backpack. 책상 is in front of the desk.
공이 공원 밖에 있어요.
The ball is outside the park. Isn't that what I said before? When I get it imperfect, that's tense. Chair is 의자.
아기, 쥐,
G for the mouth.
의자
의자.
부엉이가 길 위에서 날아요.
부엉이가 길 위에서 on top of the street 날아요. 부엉이 is that the owl?
부엉이가
날아요. 위에서 날아요.
날아요.
Yeah, 날다. Okay, flies. 길 위에서 above the street. 길 위에서 날아요. Alright, that makes more sense. 부엉이가 길 위에서 잠깐만.
부엉이가 길 위에서 날아요.
위에서 we don't really get the what gets replaced.
김밥이 식탁 위에 있습니다.
식탁 위에 있습니다. 김밥이 식탁, yeah, the table. The 김밥 식탁 위에, on top of the table, 있습니다, is there.
저는 공원 바로 옆에 살아요.
바로, what's that? Separately?
바로.
Right away. 바로, right away. 옆에 살아요. Right next to. So I live right next to the park. Right next to the park.
수프는 와인 뒤에 있어요.
수프는 와인 뒤에 behind. The soup is behind the wine. Soup topic. Wine behind it is. Behind wine.
아이가 식탁 밑에 숨어요.
아이가 식탁 밑에 below the table. Child below the table 숨어요. Hides. The child hides under the table. 식탁 밑에 숨어요.
공원 아래에 용이 살아요.
공원 아래에 용이 살아요. Does a dragon live?
아래에
Under below. Does a dragon live under the park?
하늘은 우리의 위에 있습니다.
하늘은 sky 우리의 위에 있습니다. Above us. Is our top.
하늘 위에 무엇이 있습니까? 하늘 위에 무엇이 있습니까?
예.
하늘 위에 무엇이 있습니까?
하늘 위에 무엇? 무엇?
하늘 위에 무엇이 있습니까?
무엇이 what thing? 있습니까?
있습니까?
What? What is above the sky is the meaning.
쥐가 의자 밑에 있어요.
쥐가 with the mouse. 의자 밑에 있어요. There's a mouse under the chair. Below the chair.
침대 아래에 거미 3마리가 숨어요.
네.
아래에
침대 아래에 거미 세 마리 ants. Three ants are hiding under the bed. Spiders.
마리가 거미
Commie spiders. Three spiders hide under the bed.
여자아이가 텔레비전 바로 뒤에 앉아요.
여자아이가 텔레비전
바로
right away 뒤에 앉아요. Behind. Oh, okay.
텔레비전
It's right behind. Right behind the television. 여자아이가, the girl sits right behind the table.
고양이가 의자에 앉아요.
Behind the television it was. 고양이가 의자에 앉아요. Cat sits on the chair. In the chair.
집 위에 뱀이 있습니다.
집 위에 above the house 뱀이 있습니다. Snake, 뱀. Is a snake on the house.
하늘 아래
하늘 아래. Under the sky. 아래에. Okay, 아래 is the basic.
라디오 밑에 책 두 권이 있습니다.
라디오 밑에 below the radio 책 두 권이 two books 있습니다. There are two books under the next to it.
라디오
Under the radio.
여자아이가 텔레비전 바로 뒤에 앉아요.
바로 뒤에, right behind, sits. So the girl sits right behind the TV. Right behind the television. 바로 뒤에. Interesting. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good night. 안녕히 계세요.